What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 3 of my Etsy print on demand series for 2021. This one is all about SEO, search engine optimization for Etsy specifically. Now, each e-commerce platform has their own algorithms and they're all different, but we are going to focus specifically on how we can use best practices for SEO to get indexed on the most relevant keywords to all of our Etsy listings, but also get indexed on some, broader keywords as well. If they're related to what we're selling, we want to get indexed on as many keywords as possible. When I say indexed, that means the algorithms understand that when someone types in, unicorn shirt on Etsy, like you see in the picture behind me, they will put our listing in the search results so that customers can see it and potentially click it and buy it if we're selling something related to that. So we are going to look at Etsy's recommendations, and I'm going to speak to some of my experience having sold over $60,000 on Etsy lifetime. So let's get started. Real quick, just want to remind you to take advantage of my weekly print-on-demand giveaway. Every Sunday, 2 winners are selected. This week, sponsored by Merch Titans, Upload Automation, Merch Ninja, Research Tools, All Sunsets, premium graphics for your print-on-demand designs, and Bubble Scout, the only niche research tool for Redbubble. There's a link in the description you can enter for free. Also in the description, a link to my 8-day print-on-demand mini course and a link to my print-on-demand Facebook group. All right, if you missed part 2, this is just a reminder to check that out. It covered the Printful and Etsy integration. I'm releasing this video as part of a series, and the best way to do it is to watch them in order and follow along. So when I give advice, I like to be concise, and I don't like to ask you to take me at my word if I can avoid it. So what I did is I found a resource on Etsy's website, so you don't have to trust me that what I'm going to recommend works. You can hear it straight from the source. They actually have multiple guides to help you better understand Etsy search. The one that I'm referencing in this video, I will of course put a link to in the description so that you can follow along. All right, we're going to start with tags and titles. These are the two most important parts of your listing as far as communicating to the algorithms what we are actually selling. If the algorithm doesn't understand what we're selling, it won't know when to put us in search results for customers to potentially click and buy. So this is really important. And again, we don't have to theorize. Etsy will literally tell us. So let's read through this really quickly. And then those bullet points at the bottom are extremely important. So definitely stay tuned. Okay, every listing has a title. It's the text that appears above the listing image on the listing page in your shop and in search results. Use your title to tell shoppers what your item is in a few words. Now, me personally, I like to include, I don't like to keyword stuff too much, but I do like to try to maximize the value of the title, and you're going to see why. A tag is a word or short phrase that describes your item. Etsy matches listing tags with shopper searches to find relevant results. A single tag can be a short descriptive phrase, such as silver earrings. Now, here's the thing. When you write your tags, you only get 20 characters. So writing out a phrase in 20 characters is not easy. When I write my tags, I either look to include like a single keyword or 2 relevant keywords. And silver earrings is a good example. Like you could say silver earrings and another tag be earrings. Okay. I like to also, I'm not afraid to be repetitive of my primary keyword. So if I'm selling like a unicorn product, like a unicorn t-shirt, I may do a tag that says unicorn shirt, unicorn gift for kids, if it fits, unicorn gift for X, stuff like that. I'm not afraid to do. I try to mimic what someone would type into the search bar that would ultimately end up at our listing. So here are the bullet points that I said were so important to understand. Number 1, exact phrase matches are stronger than matches on individual words. Here's an example. A search for banana backpack would return all items with the words banana and backpack in the tags or title. But items with the exact search phrase banana backpack in the title would be considered a closer match. So if you were to put backpack banana, that's not an exact match on the phrase banana backpack. Those are just fringe keyword matches. This is probably where it helps me to have a little bit of a programming background because I can picture myself writing this algorithm. And of course, I would do it the same way they're doing it, where the closer what the customer searched for matched what was contained in the title, the higher the relevance would be, you would imagine. All right, next bullet. If a word or phrase in a buyer's search appears in both the title and tags of a listing, the search algorithm considers that listing more relevant than a listing with that word or phrase in the tags or title alone. So your primary keywords should be in both the title and tags of your listing. straight from the source, straight from Etsy. Bullet number 3, words at the beginning of titles are considered more important than words at the end. So front load your title with the most important keywords. If you're selling a unicorn shirt for a girl, make that your first, was that 4 keywords? Unicorn shirt for girl. Make that your first 4 keywords. Assist the algorithms. If you need a free keyword tool, I believe that Alura's keyword tool is completely free. We're going to do a separate video on how you can use Alura to help you with your product research efforts on Etsy, but that's going to be coming down the pipeline, so make sure you guys are subscribed. They also have a free keyword search tool though. And Merch Titans automation. I may or may not do an upload automation tutorial for Etsy. If you guys want me to, let me know in the comments below, because I hadn't planned on it, but if that's something you guys would be interested in, I can definitely hook it up and do a video on it. And that would be towards the end of the series as well. But they also have a free keywords tool, so make sure you check that out. I'll put a link in the description to both of them. And last but not least, you can go to Etsy, perform a keyword search, click one of the top listings, and then scroll all the way to the bottom. You will see explore related searches. Here, I don't know if I would necessarily copy these keywords, but you may see some fringe keywords that you had overlooked included down here, and you should definitely consider including them in your tags, especially if you're short on tags, because you want to use all 13 tags. So all you have to do here is, again, keyword search, click one of the top listings, scroll to the bottom, it'll say explore related searches, and that's on Etsy itself. All right, next, item attributes. Adding attributes about your items to the listing details section helps buyers find your items in search results. Specificity is important for the Etsy search algorithm to identify your products. When adding attributes, first choose the kind of item you're listing, handmade, vintage, or craft supply, and its categories. You'll then see the option to add attributes based on the category you select. Here are some tips for optimizing attribute relevancy. Try to use the most relevant attributes available to you in each dropdown. Select as many accurate attributes as each item has available. Remember, shoppers search by different attributes. For example, some may search by color, size, occasion, etc. Now, while this is all good advice, remember that I always, this is why you guys subscribe to my channel, because I'm always going to keep it real with you. This is a print-on-demand business. Your time is now money. There's no more like sitting down and trying to figure out how to make more money. You now know how to make money. It's a question of like putting in the time and maximizing the ROI from the time you spend building this business. Now, I used to put in attributes for every single listing, and then about 30% of the way through, so probably 300 listings, I used to have like 1,100 at my peak on Etsy. I said, you know what? I don't think this is worth the time to do anymore, because the Etsy algorithm from my keywords understood what I was selling. And Printful also, I believe, sets like a baseline default few attributes so that when you go to your listing, because when you create a listing in Printful and you push it to Etsy, as we covered in the last video, make sure you guys caught that one, it takes the information you input into Printful and pushes it to Etsy. So I think Etsy understands if we're selling a t-shirt that it's a t-shirt. You may want to go ahead and select the colors, but again, if you're selecting multiple colors, each time you push a listing, it's going to take you a lot longer to create more products on the Etsy catalog, and I promise you're going to make more money pushing more products to the catalog than just plugging in attributes. So make sure you just kind of are self-aware as you go through this process. Figure out what works best for you. You're not going to like instantly start selling way more because you slowed down to input these optional attributes. That's just my personal take. I am going to sprinkle in my personal take on some of these things as we go. Like in my personal experience, I didn't find that it made a difference if I'd put the attributes in or not. That's really what I was trying to summarize. Listing quality. Etsy's search algorithm also considers how well individual items tend to do in search based on how likely customers are to interact with a listing or buy a product. It's called listing quality. So the same way Amazon is monitoring impressions, click-through rate, and conversion rate, Etsy's doing the same thing. I mean, on the internet, guys, part of me, I guess, growing up with technology, studying it, I have a master's in IT, and I was a web developer prior to quitting my job to do YouTube. But, everything on the internet, basically everything, can be quantified. Like you can literally, there's JavaScript events for like mousing over something. You know what I mean? So you like hover over something, you don't click it. Well, if they are wanting to know that you hovered over that thing without clicking it, they can still record that event. Just so you guys know, not trying to freak anybody out, but that's how this stuff works. All right. So just believe that these large e-commerce websites are tracking these metrics so that they can optimize everything. They want the customer experience to be good. This has nothing to do with me and you, the sellers. They want their customers to be provided relevant things in search results. Otherwise, they know they can go to a different platform to make their purchases. Listing quality is impacted by things like product thumbnail photo And by the way, subscribe. I'm going to do an episode on how to make great thumbnails in the future. Clear titles and how shoppers interact with a listing. If shoppers click, favorite, or purchase an item after they've seen it in search results, that action contributes to the listing's quality score. So your thumbnail really matters because honestly, of the three things, thumbnail, titles, and how they interact, your thumbnail is really going to be what drives your high click-through rate. If you just opened your shop, your listings will have a neutral quality score, which has no impact on placement. So tips to optimizing your listing quality. List your items with a clear item photograph that invites a closer look. Don't worry, I'm going to show you how to make kick-ass thumbnails. Make sure titles are easy to read and clearly describe your product. I am very firmly of the belief that most customers don't read titles. They look at the pictures. I mean, honestly, the next time you buy something online, try to see what you're actually doing when you make your decision. I think most people are looking at just pictures almost exclusively. Encourage shopper interaction by experimenting with different tags, updating product photos, and posting on social media. So I'm not a fan of any of those three. Social media, we can automate a social media presence based on our Etsy shop. If you guys want me to do a video on that, I actually didn't have that in the roadmap, but I know it's possible because I used to automate so that every time one of my listings renewed on my Etsy shop, it posted to Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest. And hey, if enough of you guys want me to do that video, let me know in the comments below and I'll make it happen. And that's automated, by the way. All right, customer market and experience. I think we're almost done. Yeah, we're almost done. Two more. All right, so we want buyers to have a great experience when they purchase from a seller on Etsy. Because of this, we consider a shop's record of customer service and whether it's in good standing according to Etsy policies. Tips to optimize customer experience. Complete your shipping profiles to represent processing times to your buyers accurately. Be sure to mark orders as shipped to help buyers know when to expect their items. So in using the Printful integration, I found that the defaults worked pretty much as good as anything that I could have done manually would have, including using the Printful default shipping profiles. So don't overthink that one. Honestly, I would just move forward with how everything is set up when you initially set up the Printful integration. 2, make sure your about section is complete. Read more about telling your story. So when you set up your initial Etsy shop, I mean, there's a lot of optional things you can do. If you take advantage of my 8-day print-on-demand mini course, it will walk you through how I went about optimizing my Etsy shop, including all the images for the banner, profile photos, your about section, etc. So make sure you take advantage of that. 3, fill out your shop policies and use the template to give buyers helpful information about your shop. Again, Etsy provides a template, so that's really easy. 4, take steps to communicate with past buyers and swiftly resolve open cases. For sure, guys, don't lose sight of the fact that your public profile is going to dictate you making sales into the future. You do not want negative feedback. Avoid it at all costs, especially on Etsy where your shop reviews are applied to every single listing. So if you start getting bad reviews, every listing that you sell is going to have that reflected on it. All right, last, free shipping for US customers. So Etsy wants free shipping to US customers, but there's kind of 2 ways to do free shipping on Etsy. And if you subscribe, of course, I'm gonna have a video on both ways of doing free shipping. But this one in summary wants you to set up a $35 free shipping guarantee where if customers spend at least $35, you will guarantee free shipping to them, which if you're using Printful, the shipping cost of 2 items is a lot cheaper than 1 item. You know, if it's two shirts versus 1 shirt, it doesn't just double the $3.99 flat rate to $8. It will reduce the cost of the second shirt because they know they can slide that into a little, it's not going to cost that much more basically. It may even be the same price or $1 more. I don't remember the last time I looked, but I'm pretty sure it's $1 and change more. So doing the free shipping guarantee at $35 tends to not really eat into your profits because that means customers are either buying a higher ticket item from you or they're buying multiple products. So this is a good incentive, and Etsy will, I've read this before on the Etsy help section, that they'll boost your organic search placement on items that offer the free shipping guarantee to US customers. In the next video, I'm going to cover what you need to do when you make your first order using the Printful Etsy integration, so you're not going to want to miss that one. And thanks guys for watching till the end. Do me a quick favor, make sure you hit the like button before you go. And if you're not subscribed, you should do that so that you catch the rest of the series. Also, just wanted to remind you, I wrote a full print-on-demand course showing you how I do 6-figure print-on-demand sales every single year. You can catch that link in the description. And thank you for watching till the end, guys. I'm sure I will see you at part 4.